Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Since losing her co-wives, Robin Brown, star of Sister Wives, has entirely changed her attitude. Her weeping have dried up and been replaced by confidence, and the boo-hooing has been replaced with a hint of sarcasm. The youngest of Kody Brown's wives, and the only one he still has, she told Suki about one of her fears during the most recent one-on-one segment on the TLC program. Fans are also questioning whether she truly believes that we share her new alleged anxieties. Robin Brown weeps over her fears in Sister Wives. Robin Brown's uncontrollable tears for losing her polygamous family were witnessed by Sister Wives followers. When Kody Brown's third wife evicted him from her house, we saw her forcing him to sleep on Christine Brown's couch. Robin insisted on Kody keeping his other spouses. She attempted to persuade Kody to try again to maintain Janelle as a co-wife. Fans, however, thought what she did to Mary Brown was simply terrible. By informing Mary that Kody was considering giving their non-existent marriage another chance, she gave her false optimism that it would be revived. Fans also speculate that Robin's blubbering emotions were meant to give the impression that she was upset over losing her co-wives in a number of these Sister Wives moments. However, her purported fear of abandoning her polygamous way of life materialized. Then it seemed to destroy her because of all the crying she did. Fans, however, saw through this. Robin shares her new fears and personality. Fans saw a fresh Robin Brown during one-on-one Sister Wives last week. She appeared to have a who cares mindset. She made this statement in response to a question posed by Sakanya Krishnan, the one-on-one host. It seems that Robin no longer gives a damn about what people say about her, or who says it. She also appeared to lose her desire to have a polygamous existence. Really lose it. She's scared of it now. Yes, she did say that to Suki when she inquired about Robin's desire to resume polygamy. Robin informed Suki that she feared it, rather than saying yes, as she had been telling Sister Wives fans for years. Robin would require both a confirmation that it would succeed and a message from God that they ought to take on other spouses. Furthermore, any spiritual cue to encourage her would need to be enormous, akin to a lightning strike or a tsunami. Sister Wives, changing history once more? Robin Brown's song now has a significant shift. She stopped crying about not practicing polygamy, and now she dread it. Robin stated something that still affects her now, when the Sister Wives couples published a book years ago. Everyone believes she married Kody with the hope of one day owning him exclusively, she wrote. She also admitted to being a homewrecker, something she vehemently denied. Having sister wives was a key component of Robin's polygamous lifestyle. She even planned out her golden years. Who can forget the scene where Robin sobs uncontrollably because she won't be sitting on a front porch with her other spouses in a rocking chair in her old age? But now that Robin has joined the family, Kody's life with 3 wives is over, and she has him all to herself. Moreover, she now fears reliving that life by coincidence. Fans of Sister Wives believe that Robin uses fear to seal the deal after obtaining what she wants. She uses that worry as justification for not taking on more wives. Robin has Kody, lock, stock, and barrel after 15 seasons of Sister Wives, and she has a great excuse, fear, for never sharing him again, whether on or off the TLC show. Although Kody Brown's remarks during Part 3 of the Sister Wives Season 19 tell-all were strange and disorganized in typical Kody fashion, some viewers of the show think that the father of May 18th have been alluding to the purported incident that caused a rift between him and daughter Michael T. Brown last year. In his commentary on the subject of public displays of love, PDA on Sunday's show, Kody told host Sakanya Suki Krishnan that he and his lone surviving wife, Robin Brown, got kicked out the last time they engaged in PDA in front of the family. Kody told Suki, "I'm not going there," when she pressed him to elaborate on his assertion. He went on, "Yeah, they ked with us bad. And boy, did I pay a heavy price for it." Suki continued by asking Kody to clarify his remarks once more, stating that she had no idea what he was talking about, but Kody chose not to elaborate. He said, "It's a story that simply cannot be told. You're just not going to talk about something that is so seriously damaging to your life. Kody also urged Suki, let's just not talk about it, refusing to disclose whether or not this incident occurred recently. Is it really that traumatic? Kody responded to Suki's persistence by saying, well, I won't show PDA to Robin in front of Mary and Janelle until they get married again. In addition to having complex relationships with his 3 ex-wives, Mary, Janelle, and Christine, the latter of whom wed husband David Woolley in late 2023, Kody is, and has been, separated from many of his children for a long time, as viewers of Sister Wives are aware. Even though Kody and Robin remained close to Mykelti, the daughter of Kody and Christine, during the family's dramatic upheaval, Mykelti disclosed last year that she was no longer as supportive of the couple because of something that happened at the funeral for Kody and Janelle's son Garrison Brown earlier that year. Some Reddit fans think that Kody might have been alluding to the Sunday episode when he said that PDA between him and Robin had led to the two being kicked out by the family, even though Mykelti and her husband, Tony Padron, told fans at the time that they would not be talking about those events publicly. One viewer conjectured, I can imagine he was consoling Robin and their children and not Garrison's actual family. I would be furious about that. Another said, I believe this is the reason Mykelti no longer communicates with them. I believe that at the funeral, he was comforting Robin and perhaps kissing and hugging her too much when someone, likely Mykelti, asked them to calm down. They didn't, and they most likely tried to justify their behavior by saying that everyone else was just being too sensitive. Fans also commented, arguing that the PDA allegation was either a softened version of what Kody and Robin truly did during Garrison's service to annoy Mykelti, or an attempt to win over viewers' compassion. One participant speculated, I think he's making it up for sympathy, or misrepresenting an earlier exchange or incident in which he connected his PDA with Robin to the family's breakup. Another remarked, excessive PDA is impolite, but not no-contact worthy. They would have to do more than just make out in front of the originals at one of Garrison's services. As the Ashley informed you last year, Mykelti told fans during a YouTube live stream in October, 1 month after discussing the incident at her brother's funeral, that her father had morphed into someone else due to the fame of her family's TLC series. She said, I don't recognize that Kody Brown, so it's just hard to see that Kody Brown now. I wasn't raised with that Kody Brown. That Kody Brown from Sister Wives is who Kody Brown is. That isn't my dad, Kody Brown. In addition, Mykelti accused her father of failing to own up to his mistakes and remarks against her sister Maddie Brown in an earlier season episode of Sister Wives. Regarding the conjecture around her father's recent remarks, Mykelti has not yet responded. Sister Wives debuted on TLC in 2010. The Brown family sought to demonstrate polygamy to the world at the time. They attempted, in a sense, to mainstream it, but their schemes failed over time. Kody first had 3 wives before being married to Robin, his 4th wife. He just has a single wife at the moment. Because of his terrible actions and careless attitude, he lost his first 3 spouses. Fans of Sister Wives have frequently wondered if Kody will get married again and begin his polygamous brood. Suki Krishnan, the host of the current season 19 tell-all session, posed the identical query to Robin and Kody. She inquired as to whether Kody will be married again and whether a second wife was possible. However, she questioned Robin about whether she would mind if Kody got married again. To Robin's surprise, the idea of adding another lady to their family was acceptable. Sister Wives, Kody claims Robin is the object of his divine, higher love. Kody Brown, star of Sister Wives, recently talked about his relationship with Robin. He refers to it as a divine and higher love relationship in the tell-all. He adds that he never felt the same way about Robin as he does about any of his previous spouses. Kody maintains that he has done nothing wrong and doesn't feel bad about his love for Robin in spite of the criticism. But fans don't believe it. Many people think he is either being indifferent or totally unaware of the causes of people's annoyance. Sister Wives, Robin and Kody discuss growing their family. Kody spoke with Suki Krishnan one-on-one during the most recent tell-all session. The latter asked him if he would continue to be polygamous, get married again, and have more children. Kody inquired as to whether she was discussing growing the family if the original threes were still present. No, Suki replies, asking if he would get married again right away. Kody explains that since he is now married to Robin, he will never get married again. He goes on to say that since he failed at polygamy once, he will not do it again. Since plural marriage is currently off the table, Kody would never attempt it again. He clarified that others had removed the scene of the plural marriage from the table. He has no desire to carry on. According to Kody, Robin shares his sadness and brokenness over the failure of multiple marriages. Suki asked Robin the same thing, if she's okay with getting married again and bringing a new partner. It's a little difficult for her, she acknowledged, and she even hesitated to respond. She went on to say that she would agree to it if Kody promised her something, and if he was sincere about getting married again. She did, however, add that even Kody is not interested in it and that there is currently no assurance. Robin acknowledged that she is terrified of Kody getting married again and getting married to more than one person. She attributed it to her prior experiences. She jokingly said that she can only move on with creating a poly family if God shows up and speaks to her about it. In the twisted tapestry of emotional manipulation and strategic positioning that has come to define the later seasons of Sister Wives, perhaps no maneuver was more chillingly effective or more hotly debated than Robin Brown's use of fear to quietly, yet powerfully, seal the deal as Kody Brown's last remaining and legally bound wife. While the OG wives, Mary, Janelle, and Christine, began to emotionally and physically drift from Kody, disillusioned by years of favoritism, neglect, and inconsistency, Robin stood her ground and did more than simply wait for Kody to fall into her arms. She ensured it. And now, whispers from family insiders and subtle moments captured on camera are painting a startling picture that Robin didn't just outlast the others. She orchestrated the exit of her sister wives by sowing seeds of fear, uncertainty, and guilt at the precise moments that mattered most. Let's rewind to the height of the pandemic, a period that shattered the already fragile dynamic of the Brown family. Kody, emboldened by his most obedient wife, enforced a rigid set of protocols that kept the entire family at arm's length, but somehow always seemed to align with Robin's preferences. While the other wives were confused, frustrated, and eventually hurt by his emotional withdrawal, Robin appeared pained but never surprised. Fans watched as she cried in confessionals, clutched her chest in dramatic sorrow, and insisted she didn't want to be the favorite. But what if her tears masked a darker tactic? According to sources close to the family, Robin allegedly warned Kody behind closed doors that his relationships with the other wives were dangerous distractions that could tear the family apart if he didn't protect his core. In other words, her. And she may have gone further. Multiple former family friends have suggested Robin implied to Kody that the other wives were undermining his authority as a patriarch, and even damaging the children's emotional health by creating instability. These weren't just emotional appeals. These were strategic plays wrapped in emotional language, laced with fear. If you don't tighten the circle, you'll lose everything. And Kody, craving loyalty and desperate for control, fell hook, line, and sinker. But what truly sets Robin apart isn't just that she secured Kody's focus, it's how she managed to make the other wives feel like the villains of their own story. When Christine left, Robin was quick to weep on camera, lamenting how the family was shattered and wondering why Christine had to make such a public exit. But eagle-eyed fans noticed something far more calculated. Robin continually framed Christine's decision as selfish, dangerous even, as if walking away from an emotionally toxic marriage somehow endangered the entire Brown ecosystem. This same tactic surfaced when Janelle began asserting her independence. Suddenly, Robin expressed concern over the kids being confused, the family legacy being at risk, and Kody being under attack. It was a subtle, skillful fear-based rhetoric that made any woman who dared to question the status quo feel like they were playing with fire. And Mary? Robin all but positioned herself as the wounded empath, constantly expressing sympathy for Mary's pain while ensuring Mary never truly re-entered the inner circle. It's no wonder fans started referring to Robin as the puppeteer behind the curtain. But the most glaring proof of Robyn's fear-based strategy lies in how she consistently framed her loyalty to Kody as a matter of survival, not love. In one of the most haunting moments of the series, Robyn said, "If we don't get this under control, everything we built is going to fall apart." She wasn't just talking about their spiritual beliefs or property. She was talking about power, about control, about making sure that her branch of the brown tree didn't wither alongside the rest. And it worked. As of 2025, Robyn remains Kody's only legal wife, with the lion's share of his time, affection, and resources falling squarely into her lap. Meanwhile, the other wives are rebuilding from the ashes. Christine thriving in Utah with David Woolley, Janelle reclaiming her independence and showing off her detox-fueled glow-up, and Mary tentatively dating again while figuring out who she is outside of Kody's long shadow. Robyn, however, sits in her Flagstaff home, victorious, but increasingly isolated. And perhaps that's the final twist in the story. Because while fear sealed the deal for her in the short term, it may also be the same force that keeps her locked in a gilded cage of her own making. Kody's frustration, once distributed among 4 wives, is now laser-focused. His control issues? No longer softened by balancing multiple relationships. Robyn won, yes, but she also inherited all of Kody's burdens. And now that the spotlight is solely on her, the cracks are showing. Viewers have noticed a shift. Her once confident tears now feel more performative, more defensive. Her attempts to rewrite history, claiming she never wanted to be the favorite, that she begged for more family unity, ring increasingly hollow in the face of overwhelming footage and testimony that says otherwise. And Kody? He's growing resentful. Fans have seen his moods swing wildly, his temper flare more often, and his idealistic dreams of family unity collapse under the weight of a reality Robyn helped create. So yes, Robyn used fear to seal the deal. She framed herself as the safe harbor while painting the others as chaotic storms. She whispered worries that became decisions. She cried tears that masked manipulation. She played the long game and she won. But in doing so, she also isolated herself from a sisterhood, from any plausible deniability, and possibly from the audience's sympathy forever. Because in the world of sister wives, where love is supposed to be multiplied, not divided, Robyn didn't just divide it. She hoarded it. And now she's left with a crown, a throne, and a kingdom of one. In a bombshell that has reignited controversy and speculation across the entire Sister Wives fanbase, Kody Brown has finally cracked open the door to remarriage. And no, not to reunite with his estranged former spiritual wives Christine, Janelle, or Mary, but to possibly expand his union again in a return to polygamy. Even more shocking? Robyn Brown, the woman long accused of being the catalyst behind the collapse of the Brown family's plural marriage structure, has publicly stated that she would support Kody's decision to take on new wives, if he's up for it. That admission alone sent shockwaves through viewers, especially those who vividly remember Robyn's tears, her insistence that she never wanted to be the only one, and her emotional pleas about how polygamy had turned into a lonely prison instead of the big loving family she had once dreamed of. But the twist that fans never saw coming is this. Robyn now claims her views have evolved, and, according to insiders close to the family, it was Robyn herself who first encouraged Kody to consider courting again. So what changed? Why now? Why her? According to multiple production insiders and a rumored tell-all special slated to air during season 19, Kody has reportedly been reevaluating his spiritual leadership and now believes that polygamy isn't dead. It's just in a transitional season. This came after what he described as a year of soul-searching following the implosion of his original 4-wife family unit, with Christine officially remarried, Janelle thriving in North Carolina, and Mary charting a course for independence while spending more time in Utah. With his once massive family fractured and mostly out of his daily life, Kody has had to reckon with an image he never wanted, the monogamous husband of a woman many fans have branded the destroyer of the dream. The pressure, the criticism, and perhaps most significantly, the lack of legacy-building plural unity reportedly began to weigh on him. One source close to the couple said, "Kody doesn't want to be remembered as the guy who gave up. He still believes in the principle. But for the first time, he's asking if Robin would be open to it again, not as a punishment, but as a resurrection of their core values. Robin's reaction? Equally stunning. While in past seasons she wept openly about not wanting to be in a monogamous marriage by default, Robin is now, according to a family source, reframing her narrative to align with the idea that she supports plural marriage if it's led by the right spirit. And what's more, she says she'll help Kody find a new wife if he chooses to pursue remarriage. This shocking reversal has sparked outrage online, with thousands of fans calling it manipulative, opportunistic, and too little too late. After all, it was Robin who, critics say, isolated Kody from his other wives by allegedly playing the long game, positioning herself as the obedient partner, subtly criticizing the others, and becoming the final legal spouse after a string of breakdowns.